And hello there. Welcome to another episode of the frequently almost daily Dungeon Pages show. I am wakasm, who's going to be playing Dungeon Pages today. Hope you are all having a great day. It's raining where I am today, so the perfect day to be playing some board games, roll and write. For those who might be new here, this is my somewhat frequent series where I'm trying to play through all the combinations of dungeon pages. I even have a sheet where I track it all. I guess let's show that now. So far, I've done all of the core heroes, and I'm now working on all of the Dungeon Pages year-long adventure set bonus heroes. I'm currently up to Drok, who is in this fourth column here. Where is my cursor? Color highlights. There we go, mouse highlight. There we go. I have a cursor again. So yeah, I am currently up to Drok, who is a brand new character. He's the Outcast Troll. He's the first completely new character that's come along with this set. There might be more. I don't know. I haven't looked really ahead past the first 6. But they're releasing it every week, so hopefully there'll be some more unique characters in addition to just new variations of old characters. And his town is Bordertown, the last human outpost before the troll-controlled lands, and the best spot for roast wiggle. Seems to always be food involved, some of these places. So yeah. So let's just kind of give you an overview of Drok, and then we'll kind of get into the game, and hopefully it will be a faster one today, but we shall see. So this is Drok. He is, like I said, the Outcast Troll. Troll society tends to lean solitary, but there's a notable gathering each season called the Tribe Shake. Roar! When Drok spoke at the last shake of calling a truce with the neighboring human towns, he was banished by the Warmongering Council. Their loss, our gain. His ability is the Ground Shake. Immediately after the Wandering Monsters phase, you may select any number of evil dice and reroll them, usable once per turn. So we shall see how useful that ability becomes. And everything else is pretty standard. He does get a Widow Spear that has a lot of range, so I'm going to be hoping to get that pretty early on. Everything else seems pretty standard. Let's see. Yeah, nothing groundbreaking in this relics. Everything's just gain or reduce evil dice. We've seen the Elder Salve before. The Bone Helm, if you attack this turn, you may increase the die by 1. This one's new. Frost Giant Hand. Reduce the number of evil dice rolled next turn by 1. That one can be kind of interesting to use. I'll probably grab that. Either that or the Shadow Cloak, depending on how well I'm doing XP wise. And then the only other kind of big difference is they get their white dice pretty early and a lot of coins, but no really reroll abilities or anything that interesting as far as the experience chart goes. So we shall see how this goes. So let us bring up the dungeon and let's get the app front and center. There we go. Yeah, so we have the Logger Cabin, Crystal Viper Nest, Troll Camp, Riverside Tavern, Remote Monastery. This one seems like it could be a little bit dangerous. We have Serpents, which they deal damage on 4s. They're pretty straightforward. They all have 1 hit point. We've seen enemies like this before. However, the Berserk Trolls, they all do 2 damage on 5s plus. And when there's 1 troll left, that troll will do 3 damage every time a 5 or 6 is rolled, so we kind of have to pay attention to that. There's a couple places like the Logger Cabin, which I think will be very dangerous to go to early, so we will not be doing that. Probably going to end up doing the Crystal Viper Nest first. A little bit scary because there are 4 Vipers, but has a lot of flexibility for when only rolling 2 dice, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then we have the Stunning Spider, which doesn't seem like it's not a big bad boss. A lot of the other bosses are named bosses. These are just seem like a mob type, but they're kind of interesting that whenever they trigger, it reduces your range, so that could be kind of annoying. But this remote monastery layout also looks kind of, I want to say easy, but I guess we'll see when we get like the first round or two will be very dangerous, but considering all the hard hitting mobs are right by the door, I don't know. We'll see how bad this is. So anyway, let's get started. Let me just set up some stuff. Okay, there we go. All right. So we are definitely going to, sorry, I gotta remember to adjust that a little bit. All right, so we're gonna be doing the Crystal Viper Nest, and yep. So these first rolls could be bad, but we do have a reroll, so we're gonna hope to use the reroll to get us out of bad shape here. Let us start with our first roll of the game. We're starting with 1 good dice and 1 bad dice, evil dice. And right off the bat, we have a lot of low rolls. So low rolls in this particular layout is not that great, but also could be worse. I could re-roll this dice to try to get a 3 or higher, but if I do roll a 4 or higher, I will be taking a lot of damage. So we're just going to use what we have here, and we're just going to kind of go out the door. And how do I want to do this? I guess just one. Gotta go this way, because if we go up here, we're not gonna be able to kill this serpent later. All right, let's roll again. So we have a 4 and a 2. So that 4 is good. We're gonna use this 4 right here, and we're gonna use the 2 right there. We're gonna keep our sequential path going. We'll try to get it up to here, then we'll take one of these last 2 spots at the end. We don't have any range, so we cannot completely fill out this dungeon. Another roll, a 6 and a 3. So the serpents only activate on 4s or higher, so we are good. So I'm going to use this 3 right here. Going to get rid of this serpent. So now we've gotten rid of 2 serpents. Again, the serpents take damage on 3s or higher. They only have 1 hit point. They only do 1 damage, so we're looking pretty good. I am going to dump the 6 down here, though, I think. It's too early to be wasting any high rolls here. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's see. 4 and 2. 4 and 2. Again, the serpents do not trigger, so things are looking good there. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the 2 here. This is going to get us the key, because we have 2 2s next to the key, and then we're going to use this 4 up here to kill the serpent. But things are looking pretty good for us. 6 and a 1, still no damage, but I do have the 6 that I have to get rid of, so I'm going to burn this 6 down here, and I'm also going to burn the 1 down here. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, a 2 and a 5. So this is the first time where we would be taking damage. Let's re-roll this 5 using our ground shake ability. And we rolled a 4, so we are taking 1 damage no matter what we do here. So let's take that damage now. And but a 4 is good for us because we can use the 4 here. And we can also use this 2 to keep this sequence going down here. The only downside with using this 2 here is that I can't get this coin and kill the serpent at the same time. But I think it's okay to sacrifice this coin. I'd rather keep this going for XP purposes, and I'd rather get this potion. So let's use that immediately, and let's roll again. Okay, so we have a 2 and a 4. Let's just try to re-roll this 4. Okay, a 2 and a 1. That's not what I expected at all, but we can work with that. So we're just going to do a 2. Actually, we're going to do a 1 and then a 2. Gives us more options to exit the dungeon. All right, so now things are getting pretty tight. We only have a couple more rolls left. We just have to hope we get what we need. A 5 and a 3. A 5 is perfect. 5 lets us lets us kill this serpent, and we can dump a 3 over here. So now we don't have to worry about damage. What we do have to worry about, though, is we need a 2, a 3, or a 4 on this next roll. If we don't get a 2 or 3 or a 4, then we are not getting any XP. I'm almost thinking about exiting the dungeon immediately, but I'm going to kind of be greedy and try to get 2 more XP. Because if I get 2 more XP, I'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be getting enough to get an extra white good dice. I think it's worth the gamble, but we shall see. I do also have 1 reroll that I can use, so I don't know. I think we can get a 1, 2, or 3 on this next roll, hopefully. And that's not looking good. All right, so we're going to reroll the 6 and hope we get a 1, 2, or 3. Got the 2, so that was pretty lucky. So we are going to use this 5 down here, and then we are going to exit out. I guess it doesn't matter. We can't get this coin either with the 2, but we do get out of the dungeon. So let's just double check our path. I'm back down here. So I believe it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. I believe that is a sequential path that gets us out of the dungeon, which is good. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 6, 7, 8, 9 XP. So that is going to get us this 1 extra good dice, which is going to be very useful for the next dungeon that we're going to be doing. And I could get this Elder Salve or this Bone Axe. This Bone Axe lets me do diagonal movement, though, and I think that is probably more important right now than reducing an evil die by 1. I don't know. Just looking at the dungeon layouts and trying to decide how important that diagonal is going to be. Because we could try to go for this troll camp early. I mean, all the monsters except for this guy right here, are can be damaged very early on. Like, we could probably kill this first troll very quickly. But without range, we're going to be kind of locked in a little bit. Down here, though, we're very screwed if we roll really bad on the first couple rolls. We only have like a few spaces to dump stuff before we have to start going through all this water. I don't like either of these choices, but I think what we are going to do is we are going to take the Bone Axe. I think that's going to help us more long run. Is that right? Riverside Tavern is next. So we are going to add ourselves another good die. So we are rolling 3 dice down instead of 2. And let's just start our journey. So here, this Berserk Troll will do 3 damage to us on 5s and 6s. Kind of luckily, though, we started off with low numbers and consistent numbers, but we do have underwater. So underwater, before marking this space, reduce a good die by 1 to a minimum of 1, or take 1 damage. So how do I want to apply this? I think what we're going to do is very straightforward. I think we're just going to I have to do it in a very specific order, though. I think we're going to use a 2, and then we are going to use the Bone Axe to go diagonal down, and we are going to put a 3 down, and in doing so, I have to lower this to a 1, and I think we're just going to dump this 1 right now up here and hope that doesn't bite us in the butt in the future. So we're going to roll again. All right, so we do have this 6, 4, 4, and a 6. We are going to try to use our ground shake ability to reroll the 6. We reroll the 1, so we will not be taking any damage from the Berserk Troll. And these 4s are just what we need to kill the Berserk Troll. So we're going to use the Bone Axe to go do a 4, and then a 4. We're just going to go straight diagonal with a range of 1. And that's going to do a damage here and a damage here, thus killing this Berserk Troll before he can do much damage to us. He has a defense of 4. He has 2 HP, so that's it. There's only one of them in this whole tavern. I guess we were drinking. There was a troll here. He got angry. I do have to dump this one, so I'm going to use this last space up here to dump the one, and now I have to start worrying about connecting all this with this space right here. So I don't have to worry about damage anymore. 5, 4, 3. So now if I re-roll, I can do it purely because I want to worry about the dice that I have. I do kind of like what I have going on here. So I think what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to use this 3 to mark this space, meaning that I can lower this down to a 3. I'm going to use this 3 to mark this space. Get us this coin right here. Means I can mark this down to a 4. And then I'm just going to apply this 4 right here, meaning that I need a 2 or a 3 in this space now in order to keep this kind of going a little bit. All right, let's roll again. A 1, 5, and a 2. I don't like this 2. You know what? The 2 doesn't matter, actually. I really don't like the 1. Actually, no, this is perfect. So we're going to use the 1 first, and we're just going to use the 1 right here. Get us this invisibility potion, which lets us walk through a wall, which might be useful in the next area, which will probably be the troll camp. Then we have a 5 and a 2. And I had a plan. Yeah, this was my plan. I'm going to use the 2. Means I can reduce a good die by 1. Make that a 4. And then I'm going to use this 4 right here. Actually, I can do that because he's dead. Normally, yeah, I actually cheated here. Okay, I got to undo some stuff. I cannot. Yeah, I actually cheated right from the get-go. I think we're going to have to undo everything and start over. Because I could not have gone diagonal through this trap right here. I have to go through this trap. That's something that I forgot. So yeah, we're going to start over. I apologize for the real-time undoing. Mistakes were made. I don't remember. I think I rolled a 1, 2, and a 3, but I'm just going to start fresh. So you cannot go diagonal through traps, which makes me kind of wish that maybe I didn't take the bone axe, but it's too late. I already made that choice. But since I did that on the very first turn, kind of can't undo it very easily. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to start over. I apologize. Let's see if this goes any better. So our Berserk Troll is alive again, and I rolled a 2, 4, and a 3. So I can fix this now pretty easily by doing this. 3. No, actually, I can't do that either. I can do a 2, 3. Okay, no, actually, I can do it like this. No, I still can't do it like that either. I'm going to have to waste a dice here no matter what I do. Yeah, so we're going to do it like this. 2, 3, 3. And I could put this 4 here. And if I do, I take damage. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take the extra damage just to get this path going. So we're going to take the extra damage. We have a lot of health to work with. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt later. I did forget to... This should have been a 3 as well. Hold on. I'm all over the place today. It's what happens when you don't play for a day. All right, let's redo this. So I would have had to make this a 3 because when I put down that first 3, I had to lower dice by 1. So it's 2, 3, 3, now 2, 3, 4. We are back on track, I think. We do have a 5, a 6, and a 6, so we are going to use our ground shake to re-roll a 6. We still roll a 6, so we are now taking 3 damage. So we are not getting through this dungeon unscathed, unfortunately. But we can kill off this troll right now, and we're going to do that. So we're going to do a 5, 6, 6, just like that. We don't have to worry about damage anymore. We can go at diagonal here. Can't go diagonal through these traps though. 1, 2, and a 3. Let's see what's my game plan here. I need a 4 to connect 3 or a 4 to connect. No, I need a 4 to connect those. Connect this path right here. So I have to keep an eye on this. I need a 4 here or a 4 there. So I think I'm just gonna do the following. I'm going to place a 3 here. No, 3 here. Keep thinking I know what I want to do, and then I keep undoing what I want to do. I'm going to put a 2 here. Make this a 2. I'm going to put a 1 here. Make this a 1. I'm going to put a 1 here so I can get this coin, so I can get myself out of a jam if I really need to. All right, 2, 5, and a 5. I still cannot. I can go diagonal now because this guy is dead. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Once the monster's dead, then that space is free. I don't know if I need to do that yet. Probably not going to do that without a 6 because I want to get this health. So what I am going to do instead is the following. I'm going to do a 5, a 5, get this coin, and I'm just going to dump this 2 up here. I need a 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I can connect my way out this way. All right, that's what we're doing. 3, 4, 3. I get my 4, so let's take care of that first. I'm gonna use this 4 right here, and then I'm gonna do a 3, a 3. Actually, no, we're gonna do we're gonna take care of these spaces first. 3, and then make this a 2, and we'll put a 2 right here. Always feels weird to have to fix problems, but luckily we were able to do it. Or fix rule mistakes. All right, so we have a 3, a 6, and a 2. So we got the 6 that we've been waiting for, so let's use that. 6 here, and we're gonna get more life, so let's take care of that. We have a 3 and a 2. It doesn't matter which one, so we're gonna do a 2 here. Make this a 2, and I guess the only real spot I can use this in is here. All right, so I'm going to re-roll this 3. See if I can get a 2. Did not get a 2. Now comes some decisions. How important to me is getting that invisibility potion? I kind of want that invisibility potion. I also need to get a 4. I need to get a 5 or a 6 next turn. Get out. Actually, no, a 4, 5, or 6 would all work. 4, 5, or 6, yeah. I mean, I actually can get out this turn, I think. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use a coin to make this a 2. Get this invisibility potion. And then since I can't get both of these columns, I think I'm just gonna do the following. I'm gonna do a 4 here and a 4 here. And then that connects me to the exit of the dungeon. And let's see if that was a mistake or not. So I start at the entrance here. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 5, and out. But luckily, because I connected these in this way, I was able to get out with some success. And I was able to get this. Still have a coin left over, and now let's calculate our XP. We are at 9 XP right now. So it's 1 XP, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP, plus another 2 from the Berserk Troll, which is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that puts us at 16 XP. So I do have 3 more coins to use, and I can get this Widow Spear, which is what I've been hoping to get. So now I have range to work with, and range is really important in this game. Makes things a lot easier. I did not get my extra dice yet, so now we are for sure going to be facing 2 evil dice no matter where we go. But I think we are going to do this troll camp first. I have to hope we don't die in the first rolls. And now we have to start dealing with wandering monsters as well as the Berserk Troll bonus. So let's see how it goes. All right, so 4s are not that bad for us. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to spend a coin to lower this to a 3. And we're going to use this coin that we have down here. And this way we take no damage, and we can kind of take care of some of this mess that we have going on. So the way we are going to do it is as follows. We are going to use a 3 here. We're going to kill off one of the serpents. Serpents have a defense of 3+. And then we're going to come down here using our bone axe with a 1. So let's use this. We use this. And then we are going to use our invisibility potion that we unlocked before to bust through this wall right here with a 4. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this slightly smarter. We are going to do the 1 here. Now use the invisibility potion. We're going to use the Widow Spear to skip this space with a 4. So that's going to let us do 1 damage to both of these trolls. So now it's going to be a lot easier to kill them on future rolls. And going to burn the other one over here using the Widow Spear. And we're going to hope to be able to connect through here. If not, we can go around. But we do need some high good dice now on this next roll. Still have 3 coins to use and some rerolls if things get bad. So let's see. All right. So a 4, 5, 5, 1, and a 4. I think we're just going to keep this roll. We're going to take the 1 damage from the... I think we can afford the 1 damage right now. And we got 5s and 4s to work with. So we're going to simply use a 4 here, a 5, and a 5. And that takes care of both of these. But do I want to do it that way? No. We are going to do it this way. 5 and a 4. Kill everything in one roll. The 4, 4, and 5 are all used. Let's see. 4, 4, and 5. That's going to do a damage to him, kill the serpent, kill the troll, kill the troll. Now I don't have to worry about any damage except for wandering damage in this troll camp. But I do have to waste this 1, and I'm just going to waste it over here, I think. Is 3, 4, get a 4 or 5 here. That continues it this way, and we can kind of exit out this way later on. And we have diagonal spaces here, which means that we can leave this space open and clear this whole dungeon if we get the right rolls. So let us roll. Not a pair, so we take no wandering damage. We're just going to use the 4 right now. And let's do a 3 and a 3 using the bone axe. And let's dump this 2 right here. So now we got this key. We have a 2 here. This is still connecting. We need to put a 3 or a 4 here, or 2. But I want to actually no. Let's put this 2 here. I'm not using the key now. What am I doing? This way it still connects. 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2. We have a 3 option down here. We have a 1, 2, or 3 option in here. We don't really need high rolls for anything. So, all right, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna re-roll this 5, and you may select any number of evil dice. Do I want to re-roll this 4 as well? Well, I probably should have committed to rolling both of them before doing it, so I'm just gonna keep what I have. I think this is going to be simple. We're just going to do a 4, 4, and then 2 here, and then another 3 here. All right, so this next roll is going to determine if we get this potion, if we get out. We get out of the dungeon on 1s, 2s, 3s. 1, 2s, and 3s we need to get out of this dungeon. I have to have at least 1, 2, or a 3 in here. All right, so we got the 1. That gets us out of the dungeon. So let's just see what we can do with what's here. I think we're just gonna not care about the poison and just do 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4. We're not gonna be able to get this poison, but I believe this 1 gets us out of the dungeon. Let's double check. 3, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Yep. So let us mark that. 3, 4, 4 through the wall. 3, 2, 1, 2, and out we go. We were able to full clear this dungeon. We did take some damage, but that's okay. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage to spare as a resource, so we should be okay there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 XP. So 4, 10, 11, 12. That puts us up to 27. So we're going to get our extra good die, another potion. And now we cannot get the Rune Hammer yet. So we have to finally pick something from down here. And I think we are going to choose this Frost Giant Hand and see what that does for us. And we are also going to use our potion immediately. So that puts us at 3 good dice. And we are going to make our way over to the logger cabin and start our roll. Okay, so in here, 5s and 6s are bad, so we take no damage for this first roll, which means we can start right away killing off at least one of these trolls. Problem is the path in here is not great, but we do have a key that we can use if things get really bad. I mean, unfortunately, things are immediately really bad if I... Actually, no, they're not. We have stuff we can do here. So I think what we are going to do is the following. We are going to do a 1, 2. May not be what I want to do. We are going to do a 1, 1. No, same issue here. The 1, 1, 2. The 1 and 2. 4 and 4. So a 3 keeps us alive. Any 2 high numbers can kill this. Nope. Because then we're stuck with the same problem there. Don't love this starting roll. I have coins. I could fix this with coins, I think. Or I could gamble and re-roll. I should take a lot of damage. Alright, I'm going to use 1 coin. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of my coins from over here. I'm going to make this a 3. And then 4. That kills off this Berserk Troll. So we're down 1 Berserk Troll. Then I'm just going to burn a 1 here and a 1 here. We've used everything. We'll see how this next roll goes for us. Ooh, a 6 and a 5. Well, we're going to re-roll both of these first just to see what we get. 2 and a 4. So we're taking no damage from the Berserk Troll. That was with our ground shake. Immediately after the Wandering Monsters phase, you may select any number of evil dice and re-roll them. I selected both and re-rolled them. So that gives us some options here. Let's see. I think we are going to use the Widow's Spear. Jump straight to this space. Actually, no, we don't want to do that. We do not want to fill this space out. But we are going to do it like this. We're going to do a 4, 5, and a 6 using the Widow's Spear, or the Bone Axe. We're going to go diagonal, 1 space, 1 space. We're going to use the 4, 5, and the 6. And that kills all the trolls. He's dead, he's dead. I kind of feel like these should have like 3 health. They seem kind of weak, but it's fine. And now we have a couple 2s to use, and we are going to secure ourselves this coin with the 2s. So we're going to then, no, we're not going to secure ourselves any coins with the 2s because we have to get something here to be able to do that. So we are just going to dump this 2 here. All right, so things are getting a little bit weird and risky, but I think we're going to be able to do it. We have enough coins to get ourselves out of a bad situation. I cannot take any damage but wandering damage now, so I can re-roll these freely, which is what I'm going to do, because right now I need some high numbers. I'm going to re-roll this. Whoops, and re-roll this. We got the 5 and a 2. All right. So we are going to use this 4 and this 5 right here. 4 and 5. So this space is going to be our exit space. We can leave with a 4, 5, or 6 there. And then now we are just going to get some values up here so we can try to get this coin and this health potion. So we're just going to do it like this. 2, 3, and 6. All right. So this next roll will determine what if we get any of these bonuses, if we get out of the dungeon. not the greatest roll. So we want this 6. So I'm gonna re-roll both of these. Need a 4. Actually, I should have kept that 6. Okay, we got a 4, so it doesn't matter. All right, so we're gonna use the 6 and the 3 here. Gets us both of these. Means that I can get 4 more health. So we use the 6 and the 3. And then we just have to use the 4 last, so we'll use a 2 and a 4. That gets us out of the dungeon, I believe. So we're gonna go 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4 out. We get the treasure. And then we are going to get all this XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 XP. So 1, 2, another 5, another 5. That puts us at 25, 30, 35, 39 XP. So we get this break the wall ability. We can take anything we want. We can take the rune hammer or the shadow cloak. We are going to take the shadow cloak just as a extra layer of defense. I don't think we're going to need it, but I kind of don't think we're going to need the rune hammer either. So we'll see. Maybe that will be a mistake. And that gets us to the remote monastery, the final boss. So let's add our last evil dice in, and let's just get started and see how things go. All right, so first things first, we are taking 1 point of damage because of wandering monster damage. We rolled our first pair, a 2 and a 2. I could re-roll these dice. I don't think I'm going to. I kind of like the dice that I have. I have a key that gets me out of a gem in this particular dungeon. The stun spiders only trigger on 3s, which I did not roll, so I did not have to worry about taking any damage from them, nor do I have to worry about the range that they reduce. Which means that I can kind of go ham right now, and I can kill off 2 of these guys, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start coming right out this door with this 4 and this 5. Boom, boom. And I'm just going to, right out of the gate, use 2 coins. 1, 2... I have these 3 coins up here that I haven't used yet, so I've used one of those. And I'm going to turn this into a 4. Well, and I'm going to just use my bone axe and go diagonal 1, 1, 1 right up. And both of these are going to die. So now this means he does 3 damage when he activates, but we're hopefully going to take care of him really fast. And then I'm just going to use this key that I've been holding on to down here, and I'm just going to use the key and start a path of low numbers this way, high numbers this way. Gives me options. I can break through the walls here if I really need to. So we'll see what happens. This is looking like we're gonna win. Not too worried. All right, so 3, 3, and 4. So now stuff is gonna happen. First, we're gonna take wandering damage, and then we're gonna take. Let's see. This turn, ignore all wounds of good dice total higher than evil dice. They do not. Okay. I should probably start using my Frost Giant hand. I'm going to just start using that for the next 3 turns. I forgot I had it already, but I'm going to have to take all this damage. So we're taking 1 from wandering damage. We're taking 2 from the spiders. The spiders stun me, which means that my range gets reduced down to 1. So I cannot use my Widow's Spear this turn. I could re-roll these dice. I'm not going to because I don't want that last Berserk Troll to activate. So I'm just going to be stuck with my hand right now, which is not a horrible hand. I can kill off this guy first with the 4. Because even though my range is 1, I still get the diagonal from the Bone Axe. Bone Axe is still a range of 1, but it does have the diagonal, so we are safe to do that move. So that's going to kill off this final Berserk Troll. No, it's not going to kill off this final Berserk Troll. It's only doing 1 damage. But I have a bunch of 3s, so I'm going to use another coin to turn one of the 3s into a 4. And then now we're going to kill off the Berserk Troll. So let's turn this into a 4. Let's mark off this coin. So I have 1 more coin. I have 2 more coins to use. I have 1 coin here. I have 1 coin from the logger cabin that I got before. And then there's some coins in this dungeon too, if I need them. And then the rest of this seems pretty straightforward. I think all I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to do a 3, a 3. I'm going to make this a 2 when I put it in the underwater, and I'm just going to continue forward with these 2s. Boom, boom. Let's go again. So now I only have to worry about 3s or higher. Since I got 3s or higher, let me. Do I need to re-roll? Do I want to re-roll? Yeah, why not? Let's just re-roll these two to see if I can avoid damage. Actually, 6, 6, 10, 11, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. I'm gonna lose the rings, but I'm also not gonna take any damage. I'm going to. I forgot to use my Frost Tank Giant Hand. We're gonna use it next turn. I promise. But we are gonna use the Shadow Cloak. This turn, ignore all wounds of good dice total higher than evil dice. So I ignore the wounds, but I still reduce my range. That is okay. I can handle that. And what we are going to do is simple. We are going to try to crash through this wall here. And to do that, we're going to use a 4 and then a 5. And that's with this ability right here. This lets me crash through the wall with 5s or higher. I think this is a once per turn ability. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to play it like it's a once per turn ability. So I'll have to wait next turn to crash through that wall again, but that's okay. And then we are just going to do a 1, 2. Let's mark these off. 1, 2, which makes this a 5. And we'll use this 5, extra 5 we got here to get this extra health potion. Give us an extra 3 life in case we need it. And then we just have to use this 3 somewhere. We're going to use this 3 up here. All right, so this time I'm going to use my Frost Giant Hand, reduce the number of evil dice rolled by next turn by 1. Probably would have been much more efficient to use it earlier, but it's fine. 4 and a 1. We're going to re-roll this 4. Roll the 2. So the stunning spiders are not stunning this turn. So let's see if we can take advantage of that somehow. So I do not have a 5, so we're going to use a coin to turn this 4 into a 5. We'll use our last coin from our ability. We have 1 coin left to use, but that is going to let us break through this wall here. So let's mark that down. And now these stunning spiders have a high defense, so that's something to pay attention to. So I think all we are going to do right now is the following. We are going to put a 2, another 2 here, so we have this coin. And then we're going to put a 3 up here and a 1 right here. Give us some options. And just going to not fill out this space. That's our space we're not going to fill out this game. Actually, don't know what the best space to not fill out, but we definitely want to fill this out. So we don't want to connect this here because then we'll end up exiting the dungeon unsuccessfully. We're going to use the Frost Giant Hand again. That's why we're only rolling 2. I did get wandering damage, so we are going to take 1 damage. And I did roll 2 3s, but I can re-roll them once to see if I can avoid the 3s. 2 and a 6, so I do not avoid. I do not avoid that, but I do also get to trigger my Shadow Cloak, which means I don't take any more damage. I think this technically would work for wandering damage. Actually, no, I don't think it works for wandering damage. I don't think you can reduce wandering damage at all, unless it specifies it. So Shadow Cloak, I take no damage, but my range is affected. But that is okay, because there's stuff that we can do. So first, we are going to use a 6 and a 6. We're going to break through the wall here, and put a 6 here. That does 1 point of damage to this spider, and this spider is going to die because they only have 2 health. And then I do not want to fill out this space either. Pay attention to that as well. All right, so 2 6s are down. And then I am going to use a 5 here, and then another 5. Kill this spider. And then now I'm just going to burn a 2 up here. So now this is going to be the path I think we take out of the dungeon. But I do need to get a 4 and 3s here to connect all this up. And then we can kind of use high values up here to get out. The only damage that I have to worry about now is wandering monsters. We're going to use our last giant hand because we can. No wandering monster damage. So I have a 6 and a 5. We're going to do this 6, 5, 6. So this is going to be our last space that we mark in. So 6, 5, and a 6. We have a bunch of 2s. So let's just do a 2 and a 2 here and get this poison potion. We'll add our last evil dice back in. Roll again. We do take wandering monster damage. We have plenty of health, so I'm not really worried at this point. So now we just have to fill in stuff everywhere. So let's just fill in all these underwater spaces first. So we are going to put a 3 here. Make this a 4. We are going to put a 4 here. And make this a 5. We're going to use these 2 5s, 5 and 5. Make this a 4, 3. And then we are going to use a 1. Make this a 2. And we're going to use a 2 up here. We roll. So now it's just cleanup at this point, I think. We'll do a 3 here. We'll lower that to a 5. We'll use 4. Use a 1 here. Make this a 4. Make this a 4 so we can get these 2 coins. Put a 1 here. Make this a 2. And we'll put the last 2 here. Just have to make sure we don't make any mistakes in this column. That's the only thing we got to pay attention to. All right. No wandering monster damage. So we'll use a 5 for this. Make this a 1. 1. Oop. We want to skip this space, I think. So we're going to put a 1 here. And then we're going to do 3, 3, 6. Let's double check that I have not connected anything. I have not. 3, 3, 6. We will put another 6 right here. Still no connections. We're going to reroll one last time. We take wandering monster damage. And then let's do 2, 3, and then we are going to connect this all up with a 4. And that is it. So this was number 5. Let's see. How did we do in terms? Let's make sure we didn't mess this up. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 5, 5, 6, and out the dungeon. We got almost all the XP. I don't know if there's a way to actually get all of the XP in this one. There's no single space where all 3 paths converge on, so I don't think so. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, not that one. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 XP. So 1, 6, 11, 16, 21. What did I say I got? Sorry, I already forgot. 21, that's where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19, 22, 25. Okay, yeah, so 4 more. All right, so I think this is the final amount. We got 50, 55, 60, 64 XP. This might be the highest I've gotten on a single character. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's Drok the Outcast Troll. His ability is decent, not the greatest, not the worst. Definitely better than some of the other characters, but definitely not as strong as, like, I think Gloria's ability is really strong. But yeah, I'm still liking the game. It's definitely fun to, just do once a day. I don't think I could play this game a billion times back to back over and over again. And I do think at some point, I hope they come up with some more difficult dungeons that maybe are a little bit more puzzly. But as like a Sudoku kind of experience, not bad. I also did forget that you can disarm the underwater stuff. I kind of didn't need to at all. I just kind of always did the reducing of a good die, but I probably could have avoided some some nonsense by remembering that you can disarm stuff with a 6. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Hope to see what they do next. And hopefully you've been following along, and hopefully I can continue doing this. Maybe one day I'll get to like 100 games played of Dungeon Pages. That'd be kind of exciting. So anyway, this has been fun. This has been Drok. I hope you had fun. If you could give me a thumbs up or a like or a comment, let me know that you're actually watching this. I'd appreciate it. Totally understand if it's not your thing. Playthroughs might be boring, especially when they're kind of long. This one was kind of a long one. That mistake I made in the Riverside Tavern probably cost like 15 minutes. Maybe I will try to edit it out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We shall see. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Wakasm out.